Greetings everyone. Hope all of you are having an absolutely fantastic day. We're back again with more Pathfinder, Wrath of the Righteous. You all know what we're about to do. So our Mythic Path ending slide. Let's go ahead and get right into it. Life and death, destiny and great deeds, answers to mysteries, the search for one's truth path. The mind can comprehend all of these, and then such concepts can be written down as a sequence of formulas, a series of lines, a chain of thought. Still, a moment always comes when it is time to wrap up, to reach a conclusion, to put a period at the end of the last sentence. Or should it be an ellipsis instead, an empty space where the description of the end result should be? After all, a century of crusades changed nothing. The gaping world wound remained on the face of Golarion. The wound, filled with all-devouring insects, continued to grow, wider across Golarion and deeper into the abyss, terrifying mortals and demons alike. The creature that once bore the now cursed title of Commander was still slowly dying from his incurable wound, but his agony would drag on for many centuries. After the Battle of Threshold, the Commander did not stay long in the lands where the Fifth Crusade had been waged. A new destiny and a new journey awaited him. Like insects flying to a hive, madmen from neighboring lands flocked to the Worldwound. Guided by feverish dreams, they followed the call, wishing only to pledge themselves to the swarm, to join it, or to become its food. The Commander's cult was growing larger and hungrier. The horrifying feast wrought by the Commander in Dresden robbed the bordering nations of their will to fight. Much later, a proposal to launch a new crusade in the lands consumed by the rampaging swarm was mooted with great reluctance. The very word crusade had become a synonym for humiliating failure. Much like the Commander, who was reborn as something more powerful and perfect, the crusade transformed as well. Military strategy gave way to blind rage, and in place of organized supply lines, internal hunger reigned. There were no more enemies or allies, only prey. No more superiors or subordinates. All were bound by a single will. The army of Dresden vanished, and the swarm emerged. Queen Galfrey died, leaving no direct heir. Mendevian society was soon mired in political plots and petty power struggles, subjected to an ever-changing cast of rulers and pretenders to the throne. But none was able to win the love of the people or achieve the level of national unity for which Mendev had been renowned in the reign of Queen Galfrey. The chain of ward stones and the angels imprisoned inside them maintained their vigil at the borders of the Worldwound. It would be a long time before those warriors of heaven would finally find peace. The Lady in Shadow found a way to benefit from the situation by magnanimously accepting the warriors from the destroyed armies of Baphomet and Deskari. She significantly bolstered the might of the Midnight Isles. Few realized that the Commander had effectively foiled Nocticula's plans with his decision to keep the passage between the Abyss and Golarion open. The Lady in Shadow began preparing her defenses in secret. She knew that sooner or later, invaders would appear in her realm, and it mattered not whether they would be demons or mortals. The Demon Lord Baphomet suffered a defeat, but his ambitions were undimmed. The world wound remained open, and therefore the war with Golarion was not over. The Demon Lord Deskari died his final death, and his cult perished with him. His followers and demonic minions entered the service of Deskari's sire, Pazuzu. Whether Pazuzu's terrifying rage stemmed from his offspring's demise, or from his failure, none can tell. For a time, the whereabouts of Noor Dindawar were completely unknown, but then the River Kingdom saw the publication of her shocking book, To the Abyss and Back, The Crusade Through the Eyes of a Former Cultist. The book was banned in several countries, and a bounty was placed on Noor's head, but the elusive writer always escaped the clutches of the Inquisitors. The storyteller, as old as the tales he collected, continued his travels across Golarion and occasionally beyond. He knew that out there somewhere, there was one story he would never find, his own. The bladesmith did some good work on Finian after getting him back from the commander. The former Pathfinder became a fearsome weapon that constantly hungered for blood. The wounds dealt by the weapon would refuse to heal completely.
And what of me, the writer of these words? The half-demon witch known as the architect of the Worldwound. I was defeated and fell at the hand of the one I had tried to transform. My experiment ended in failure, and my life ended along with it. I have recounted the story of my life for you, Pharasma, Lady of Graves. Not only of my life, but of the Commander's also. I believe the tale of such an illustrious figure would pique even a goddess's curiosity. Now you know everything. I await your verdict, goddess.
Silence hangs over the boneyard. The Lady of Graves is weighing her decision, and it seems the entire universe is holding its breath, awaiting her pronouncement. Who would dare to break a silence so absolute? Let Pharasma deliver her verdict.
You wrought great evil, while it stemmed from the evil that was done to you. Your actions far exceeded it. Your soul is dark, and there is only one place for you in the universe. I shall send you to the Abyss, plane of pain and fury, suffering and privation. That which you have done to others will now be done to you. So be it.
And that brings the ending slides to a close. Hope all of you enjoyed this. Hope you also enjoyed the other Swarm story content that I have dropped. Had a lot of fun going through this mythic path. If you enjoyed this video, please leave me a like down below, share this content, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I will see you all in the next video. Take care.